We got a leak down here out of the bottom corner. I mean, coming out freaking fast too. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. All right, so Gianni, my son, wants something a little bit more interactive. The most interactive thing that I can think of is a mini pond. I have an idea. Digging through my box of aquarium supplies, I found an old pond liner, an old submersible pump, and I just so happen to already pre-cut some wood. This is being built out of all reclaimed landscape timbers, and I'm using everything reclaimed. I don't want to have to go buy anything. That's what makes these pond builds so fun. And one thing I don't have a lot of is long screws. So we're going to use a lot of wood glue. It's not going to hold a lot of water, so structure is really not a problem. We're just going for aesthetic purposes. Reclaimed wood looks cool. Once this dries, we'll move on. I had to take a break. Sure, you're wondering what the hell was the spray foam for. It was an experiment, guys. I had it, I needed to use the can because stuff goes bad pretty quick. What I was trying to do was just fill in these gaps and make it less wavy when the water pressure is pushing it up again. So I'm gonna come in here, trim all this out, you'll see that, sand it down, make it smooth, because the next step, before we add our last tier, the cap, kind of, so to speak, is to put the pond liner in. I'm telling y'all, I know a lot of you really want to live in Florida, but I'm telling you what, you lose like 5 pounds a day just in sweat weight. All right, guys, you can see we got a mini pond here on the rolly cart. It might be mini, but it is freaking heavy, let me tell you, it is heavy. So let me overview kind of what we did here. We capped it off with another tier of landscape timbers. I have these shaved ones, kind of for aesthetic purposes, and to allow my son a little bit easier to kind of hang over it and look inside of it. Now, you'll probably saw in the video how I put the pump in here and ran the wire before I put this last cap on. The cool thing about these landscape timbers is you have a little gap where you can run cords through so you have nothing going over the top of your pond. So we got the pump in there. I guess next thing is to get it inside. All right, buddy, where do you want me to put this thing? On the floor right there by that light socket?
Maybe right there.
So we can leave your tank up or just put it down there on the floor?
On the floor.
All right, what do you think about this pond though?
Good.
You love it?
Yep.
So Gianni's new mini pond was initially gonna go up on his dresser, but he actually wanted it down here on the floor, which I actually think is gonna be cool, because now he gets like the full pond experience. And it gives us time to cycle this without having to do any rushy stuff with transferring some livestock out of his tank into his new pond. Guys, what I'm using here is pool filter sand. I use this for a lot of different applications. Before I get too out of line, let me put the sponge back in this pump here. This is actually a fountain pump, and for fountains, obviously. And it has its own little sponge on there, which is super convenient because it's now, you know, a functioning filter rather than just being something that moves water.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of filling.
All right, so we got water in this bad boy. Let's plug up the pump. Ooh, look at that. What? This thing, get some leaves. Some leaves must have traveled in here from the sand bucket. This thing is sick. Like, how many kids do you know that would kill to have a little miniature pond in their room just like this? This thing is freaking awesome, man.
We have a tornado right in the
A tornado?
Yeah.
What's going on with buddy?
It's leaking.
So guys, we got a leak down here out of the bottom corner. I mean, coming out freaking fast too. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. You can actually see the movement. So it's coming out quick. So we're gonna go ahead and scoop the water out. Luckily, this isn't a massive pond. And luckily it happened right now. You cleaning that side?
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. The scoop of shame, the scoop of shame. Sorry, we're gonna have this thing back up and running so quick. All right, so just as fast as it got set up, it is now turned back down. I gotta go in and I gotta find out where this leak is. I should have inspected the liner for holes. That's my bad, but hey, things happen, and hey, you got to see it in real life. So, you know, no smoke and mirrors here. But it had a pretty good leak, so I'm imagining there's gonna be a pretty obvious hole. So guys, it was a long day getting that thing built just for it to leak, but things happen. So this is gonna end on a to be continued, but the next time you actually see this pond, I'm gonna just unveil it to you when we have the stock here. So it's just gonna be a whole grand thing. So wish me luck on getting this thing patched up. I'm gonna get back out into the garage and hopefully get it sealed tonight. And I don't like roadblocks in my plans. So appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, even though we had a leak. It happens, but I'll see you guys on the next one.